Who wants the brand new 2021 Ford Bronco? Because it's here in RC form to offer an off-road four-wheel drive experience that anyone can enjoy. So buckle up. Today we're gonna check out and drive the all-new 2021 Ford Bronco TRX4 from Traxxas. Whatever takes place in the full-size world, the radio-controlled world will do too, and sometimes better. With the all-new Bronco TRX4, it sports this officially licensed replica 21 Bronco body, and it comes pre-painted and detailed, included with the ready-to-run TRX4 trail truck chassis, making this a fully assembled and ready-to-go truck once you take it out of the box and add your own battery, because one is required. But we'll talk more about batteries later. Traxxas offers the Bronco in two different colors. There's this orange that's got a black top, and then there's the red, also with a black top. Regardless of the colors though, both versions will offer the Bronco body in its four-door glory, which is going to give the RC truck a little bit of a stretched wheelbase, just like the real four-door Bronco. There's a lot of other little things Traxxas has done to bring life to this body, and it all starts with the Lexan shell that Traxxas paints, enhances with decals, and details with molded hard plastic accessories, all attached from the inside of the body. Now starting up front, our entire grille and headlight section are hard plastic pieces, with proper Bronco branding and authentic headlight treatments. It's speculated that when Traxxas finally releases that light kit and we get to see what these headlights look lit up, that these are going to be proper halo headlights, which would be super cool. But we don't know right now. At the time we filmed this video, that light kit is not yet available. Now in the meantime, these lights and the light buckets behind them are really unique, and they don't look compatible with other regular RC LEDs. Now below our front grille is our proper Bronco bumper that's attached to the chassis and not the body, thankfully, because our toe D-rings are actually usable. So is this awesome front skid plate, as is this winch fairlead, but the plastic winch is not. It's just for looks. Now if you want a functional winch, the Traxxas Pro Scale winch will bolt right onto this bumper, but you're gonna have to buy that separately. Now moving up above the grille, you'll notice these trail sights that you'll find on the real Bronco body, and they're used in real life to help the driver navigate terrain when there's no trail spotter. Now if you look really close at these sights on our body, it actually looks like they're made for lights, for that Traxxas light kit. Maybe blinkers? Moving up under our windshield, you see that we have a full-length hard plastic cowl with flexible windshield wipers. This cowl also supports our side mirrors that feature reflective decals. Now with enough resistance, these mirrors will fold back to save themselves when brushing up against the rocks, and then you just unfold them by hand. Now here it may be hard to see, but each window has a decal over it, providing a slight tint and window trim details. This is present on the front, back, and all side windows. Other hard plastic accessories can be found with our side rock guards, all of the door handles including the rear one, and then the rear taillights, which again will be ready for that Traxxas LED light kit. Back here there's also a functional spare tire and a few Ford branded decals, and that authentic rear bumper, which just like the front, is attached to the chassis, and it includes a rear hitch mount for trailer pulling. The last item to complete our Bronco looks and styling are the replica Wild Track black gloss wheels. These are new for the TRX4, and these are not beadlocks, but they look exactly like the real 17-inch wheels that come gloss black on black, included only with the higher-end Wild Track Edition Bronco. Now the only thing the RC wheels are missing from the full-size ones is the center pony cap, but we'll let that slide. Now in the RC world, these tires and wheels are considered a 1.9-inch size. These tires are Traxxas' own Canyon Trail rubber tires. These wheels also fix to the axle with a 12mm hex, which is super standard, making most aftermarket tires and wheels that are 1.9 compatible on this truck. If you love climbing some rocks, well then go hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, did you notice there's no body clips holding the body on? That's because this truck uses a brand new clipless hidden fastening system that clips the body onto the chassis under the wheel wells. So to remove the body, you just put your hands under here and pinch the clips and lift up. To install the body, you just line it up on the chassis and push down. This new system is so fast and easy, it's not even funny. The true test will be to see how well the clips hold up in the long term. But for now, they work amazingly, and of all the driving we did with the truck, never once did that body pop off from rolling over or crashing. So that pretty much wraps up our Bronco looks and styling. But what about performance? Well, one of the coolest things about the TRX4 is its ability to remotely lock and unlock the front and rear differentials, just like the real Wild Track Edition Bronco. Now on the transmitter, with this toggle forward, the diffs are locked. Put the toggle in the center and it unlocks the rear only. Put the toggle all the way back and it unlocks the front, making the front and rear both unlocked. Now operating the truck with those differentials open is going to really increase the turning performance and steering precision, and it will make the truck make really nice tight U-turns. On the other hand, driving it with the differentials locked is going to really increase climbing performance, traction in low traction conditions, and the ability for the truck to climb up and over obstacles. So it's kind of like having an on-road and off-road mode available. Another awesome feature on this TRX4 chassis is the use of a 2-speed transmission, offering the truck a low and high gear, which again is kind of like having a street or off-road mode. On the transmitter, shifting is controlled with this red toggle, and it can be operated independently from locking the diffs. Now to put this 2-speed to the test and test our top speeds, we charged up a battery and attached a GPS speed meter. Now after driving back and forth a little bit, the top speed for first gear is 4 miles an hour, and the top speed for second gear is 10 miles an hour. For smooth and precise trail crawling, first gear is really all you need to get it done. But second gear will give you a little bit extra wheel speed, which can be great if you want to kind of jump up the rocks a little bit. And we found ourselves doing that more than we've ever done before with any TRX4. For testing those high speeds and all the rest of the driving that we're going to do, we're going to use this Traxxas 3S LiPo battery in our truck, although the truck will fit much larger batteries for extended run times. But the advantage with the smaller and lightweight battery is it helps reduce our center of gravity, and its size is also small enough that it allows us to place the battery at the very front of the truck using our own Velcro strap. So that way we can place more weight over the front axle for better climbing and overall better crawling performance. But you don't have to do it this way. Now with the included XL5 HV ESC in this truck, a 3S LiPo is the max you can use with it. And with the included ID Traxxas connector, the truck needs Traxxas batteries to be compatible. For the rest of the electronics, the truck uses a 550 size 27-turn brushed motor. To steer the tires, we've got a Traxxas 2075X servo with a metal servo horn. The truck also uses 3 little servos, one to control the 2-speed, and the other 2 lock and unlock the differentials by cable. All of those electronics are okay to get wet. Lastly, the receiver for our transmitter sits inside this waterproof box because it is not waterproof. Now for the rest of the truck, it's okay to get it wet, but just be sure to dry it off after. Because this is a proper hobby grade RC truck, and this chassis has a lot of moving mechanical parts going on, and we want to keep that in working order. Now for starters, the truck uses these big old wheel wells to seal up the underside for a cleaner and more realistic look. These wells have been updated from previous TRX4 trucks with these squares for the new clipless body system to snap into. Now underneath those wheel wells are our oil-filled shocks on each corner, and they feature threaded aluminum shock bodies. Those shocks are then connected to our portal axles, which use a gear reduction at the axle to raise the center pumpkin and provide more ground clearance without excessively raising the truck. Now these axles are connected to our truck with a 4-link suspension in the rear and a 3-link panhard in the front. All of these links are metal with plastic ends and sized for a 12.8-inch wheelbase. Now you'll also see under here our plastic telescoping drive shafts with the front axle pumpkin offset for better driveline angles. And you might also be able to make out our locking and unlocking cables for our differentials. Now in the very center, a skid plate sits under our transmission to slide over the rocks. Now just for fun, here's the original 1979 2-door Ford Bronco from Traxxas, and it uses the shorter 12.2-inch wheelbase. These trucks are lined up by the rear axle, and it's not a big difference between a 12.2 and a 12.8-inch wheelbase, but it is there a little bit. Now this 79 Bronco belongs to John, who works on our customer service department, and big thanks to him because it's kind of cool to see both Broncos side by side. Now out on the trail, the new Bronco is a joy to drive. Because we opted for that smaller battery and reduced center of gravity, the truck handles our local terrain with ease and control. In the past, some of the truck bodies were a bit top heavy, leading to easy rollovers, but we're not experiencing any of that with the Bronco, even though Traxxas is still using a lot of bracing inside. But when you check it out, it's not all the way up at the roof, so the body still stays nice and rigid while you're driving and it looks more realistic, while also not excessively increasing our center of gravity. One thing we were wanting to try out for better performance was to remove that spare tire in the back and get that weight off. Now with a 7mm nut driver, the wheel comes off, but only to expose a plastic mount screwed on from the inside. Now with a 2mm hex driver, there's 4 screws inside, they come out easily, and that pops the mount off. But what remains are these 4 holes in the body that you could cover up some way, maybe put a decal over them if you wanted to, but we just left them open for now. The tire, the mount, and the hardware together weigh about 127 grams or 4.5 ounces. Surprisingly, out on the trail, we really didn't notice a big performance difference, so we probably weren't pushing the truck hard enough. Overall, amongst all the TRX4 trucks, this Bronco is one of the best out-of-the-box performers on the trail, aside from the TRX4 Sport. Then, when you consider how great the Bronco body looks, combined with one of the coolest hidden body fastening systems out there, and you've got yourself one refined and polished TRX4 trail truck. Guys, go check out the Bronco by following our links down below, or check out these videos for more RC.